We are heading into Skin Cancer Awareness Month soon, and the conversation in aesthetics usually goes straight to one thing: SPF. We tell our clients to wear it, reapply it, and to avoid the sun. But as clinical estheticians and cornea therapists, we need to understand why we are protecting the skin at a much deeper level and not just avoiding sunburn. Because UV damage isn't just about redness on the surface, it's a profound, cascading event that interrupts the very foundation of the skin barrier. And today we are looking at what UV radiation actually does at a cellular level. When a client gets sunburn, what they're actually experiencing is the end result of a massive inflammatory process. But long before the skin turns red, a cascade of invisible damage has already begun. We can break this down into three key areas. Number 1, DNA damage. 2, oxidative stress. And 3, barrier disruption. So let's start with the first one, the radiation itself. We all know the basics. UVB causes burning and UVA causes aging. But let's look closer. UVB radiation, which makes up only 10% of the UV light reaching us, penetrates the epidermis. It is highly energetic, and when it hits the skin, it can directly damage the DNA in our keratinocytes. The body has incredible repair mechanisms, but when that dose exceeds what the skin can repair, those cells either undergo apoptosis, a programmed cell death, or they will survive with mutated DNA. And that is the pathway to skin cancer. Then we have UVA, which makes up about 90% of UV radiation, and UVA penetrates deeper right into the dermis. And while it doesn't cause immediate redness, it is the primary driver of oxidative stress. Now, this is where the conversation usually stops in our industry, burning versus aging, but that's only part of the story. UVA radiation interacts with molecules in the skin to create reactive oxygen species, or free radicals. These molecules are highly unstable, and they begin stealing electrons from healthy cells, lipids, and proteins. This oxidative stress is what breaks down collagen and elastin, leading to photoaging. But here's the piece that is most critical for us as cornea therapists. UV radiation doesn't just pass through the skin, it interacts directly with the barrier itself. Free radicals generated by UV exposure trigger lipid peroxidation. This damages the essential components of the barrier, such as ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. Once that barrier is compromised, we enter a vicious cycle. We see increased transepidermal water loss, the skin becomes dehydrated and more permeable. And when the skin barrier is more permeable, it also allows pollutants to enter more easily, which generate even more free radicals. So it is not an isolated event, it compounds. We also have to consider the natural moisturizing factor. These amino acids act as natural radical scavengers. Under UV exposure, they become depleted, and when that happens, the skin loses its ability to retain water and its internal antioxidant defense drops. So this is why the skin then feels tight, dry, and rough after sun exposure. So with all that said and done, what does that mean clinically for us? Well, it means that we cannot talk about sun protection as just applying a filter. If a client's barrier is already compromised, they are exponentially more vulnerable to UV damage. A healthy, intact stratum corneum is the prerequisite for effective photoprotection, and we have to rebuild the wall before we worry about painting it at the end of the day. I hope you found this informative and valuable as you work with your clients to get ready for the warmer weather, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week.